Hi everyone, I'm Moniker of Tetris, and in this video I'll be showing you my fully upgraded Plains village, but just like last time we'll start with the flyby of the village before I've made any changes to it. So I've decided to choose this village kinda on the edge of the water here. Got some nice elevation changes, kind of in a mountainous area, so I think it's got some good potential to look really cool when I completely upgrade it. So just a quick flyby. Hope you enjoyed looking at what this village looked like before the upgrade. So now that it's fully upgraded, I'll start with a quick flyby so you can see the changes from a bird's eye view. So I'll start by just going through the buildings one by one, buildings and structures one by one. And unlike last time, I'll just go through them no particular order. So here over here we just have some farms. So all I did throughout the build really was just I added a lot of these lamps just for light. So just 2 farms here, farmer villagers working. Here's just a small house. So what I did on the inside of a lot of these houses is I just added some carpet. And then I really liked these little tables they had with using a pressure plate and oak fence. So I added some more of those throughout the build. And then I just added carpet that matched the bed. So over here, this is one of the meeting areas. And I found that throughout the village there was a nice white and yellow kind of color scheme. You can see it here in this meeting area with the wool. So I decided to incorporate that into like a flag. So I made like just a white banner, a white and yellow banner, cut in half like that. And I think it looks really nice, so I just added that throughout these 2 meeting areas here. So this one with the little stalls, just added some chairs because I think this is where villagers sell their goods and stuff like that. And then this one's just a little fountain. So I think it looks pretty nice. So just added some of the flags around the top there. This is the fisher's hut. You go and it just has some water here. So I think they just keep some fish in there. Otherwise in here there's a furnace. And I liked how they have this kind of mock chimney on some of the other builds, so I added it to this one. And then I think I added the furnace too, I'm not sure. So the fishermen can actually cook all their fish. In here, just have fishing rod, just added some fish in there. And then out here is the actual chair and barrel for the fisher to use so they can fish in this big lake. So going up, I did a lot of terraforming here. This used to be completely like the upper part of the village used to be completely disconnected from this bottom part. So I changed a lot of that, added this path so the villagers can kind of just walk around and get up to the upper portion of the village. So this is another small house. This one's nice, has a lot of flowers on it. So I added these 2 kind of flower beds to the side. It spawned with these ones in the front. Just added some white carpet to match the white bed. Got a poppy in there. This was here before, just a little animal enclosure, some hay. See this building, this is the toolsmith. This is a pretty simple building, not really too much I could do with it. Just added an anvil, it's already got the smithing table, crafting table. Then just added a chest with some tools in it. There's another house. Just added some carpet, matched the white bed. Most of the houses in this village are pretty nice, so they don't really need that much changing. Just a little carpet and a little extra flourishes to make them look nice. I'll do this one next. It's another small house. Just added a little table here, chair, nice some carpet to match the bed. And this one had like some wheat around it, which is kind of interesting. So this is the cartographer's house. Decided to put it on the edge of the village so they can kind of maybe look out into the expansive lake here. This one's pretty nice. This has some flowers and trapdoors on the side, which looks nice. So on the inside, just added a chair and table. Added a spyglass to the chest. Just a bunch of maps and paper. And then I really like this little little carpet design they have here. It's very nice. So going here, this is a little bit of bigger house. So I just expanded the carpet here. Oh, I should have turned this into a green bed to match the theme. There we go. So nice green bed. Add a couple tables here. And then I believe this was a ladder before, but villagers can't actually use ladders in Minecraft. Their AI doesn't recognize them as a way to actually pathfind. So I decided to change this into actual stairs so a villager could actually access this little balcony here. And then I expanded the balcony, made it so it actually goes all the way around. Because before this whole column here didn't exist. You know, it's kind of like there's just an awkward hole in both the corners. So I just expanded the balcony. I did that a couple more times, like I think with that balcony too. So I don't know why they made the balconies like half filled. And then just added some torches on the side. And I usually won't mention torches just because I added them everywhere in the build really. But I just like adding them on fence posts like this. I think that looks nice. So next is the Fletcher's building. And a lot of the buildings have this nice wool pattern that I like. So you go in, expanded the carpet on the floor a bit, just like white and yellow rows. Added a table there. It's a chest with crossbow string, bows and arrows. Again, you still can't do anything with the fletching block. And just some nice flowers here. So since this is kind of a small building, there wasn't really enough room for a shooting range, so I added that just out here. So just a fence post with a target block and some hay around it to catch errant shots. So the Fletcher could come back here, stand here, and test fire their bows and arrows. So here's another house. Just added some yellow carpet to match the nice yellow bed. This one's got a 2-person table there. Now let's go down this street first. Another house here, just added some carpet. Another nice table. And I like this house a lot. This one looks a lot different than the other ones. It uses this white terracotta that a couple other buildings used. And then it uses the stripped logs that the lampposts use. So I kind of wish this design was incorporated a little more. I really like how the white terracotta looks. And just added some carpet on the inside. So this is another kind of big house. Oh, 2 villagers in here. So on the first floor, just added some carpet to match the white beds. Over on this side too. And you go up the stairs. A couple more beds up here. So this is the biggest house, and then it has the most beds as well. And then come out, fix the balcony as well. So you can actually kind of see out of it and not just like fall out of the corners. There's another house. Another nice 2-person house. Just added some yellow carpet. So this is the first library. So I really like this design for the library. I didn't really change too much. Really like how the two bookshelves in the back look. Added some tables next to these chairs here, and then just made it symmetrical. And this one, another balcony, so fixed that and then added just a single chair out there. So this is the second library. Unlike last time, when a work building had two different versions, I just spawned both of them next to each other. Instead of just keeping the best one, I just kept them both. So I definitely don't like this library quite as much. Added some bookcases here to kind of match the stairs. Added some more bookshelves here, and then on the balcony, added two chairs since this balcony is a little bit wider. So this is the Masons building. I really like this one, and again, it uses the white terracotta, which is a really nice block. So I just added some more of the blocks that are actually used in this village. So just some white terracotta, then just added a couple other blocks, like this is like polished andesite, polished granite. This is like a chiseled stone brick, and then I made the whole floor just smooth stone bricks. That some of the other buildings use the smooth stone. Next is the Shepherd's building. So on the outside, I added some of the new flag design. Go in, it's got the pattern on the floor. It's got some chairs and a table there. And I made the pigs white and yellow pigs to match the color theme. That's how they get their wool. And then I added some hay to the animal pen. So here's the first stable. This is just where they keep their horses. So I don't know if I actually changed too much with this one. Just got some horses in it, some hay, and just like a water trough over here. And this is the second stable. This building uses white terracotta as well. This looks pretty similar, except this one's covered. But for some reason, the cover actually didn't go all the way to the end. So, like of the pen. So I expanded the roof so it actually covered all the way to the end. So this is where they can put the horses that don't like rain, so they don't get rained on. Next building is the tannery, the leather worker. So on the outside, I added these ladders where they could put up like leather to dry after they've dyed it. In here, just added some different dyes, some leather pants. Then I added this armor stand, which I think would be cool if they made it so just random dyed leather would appear on here. So there's like a red one, yellow leather, blue dyed leather. And I think that one's just regular leather. So it'd be cool if they just made this armor stand, just have different types of leather armor. And I did this armor stand in a couple other buildings as well. Next is the first temple. So I really like this design. This looks very nice. So even the stained glass matches the white and yellow theme. So I added a couple flags in here. I think this looks really nice, the two flags next to the window. It just has the brewing stand. Just added a chest with some brewing ingredients. Little table here. And just some nice chairs. So this is the second temple. So from the outside, I decided to make this one, since it's by far the tallest building in the village, I decided to make it like a waypoint. So I added 4 torches on the top with these cobblestone walls. Then on the back here, I did the same thing. So hopefully you could see this from pretty far away. So you go in, it's got the brewing stands. I like all the stairs here that can kind of act like chairs. And then added some more flags here. Again, I think it looks really cool with the stained glass window. Wasn't really sure what to do with this building though. It's kind of too thin. So I couldn't really make a spiral staircase to replace the ladder in it like I did with some of the other buildings. So I really think they should just add the ability for villagers to use ladders. It's just kind of crazy that a lot of their buildings incorporate ladders, but the villagers can't even use the ladders. It doesn't really make much sense. So they should really just make it so the villagers' AIs actually use ladders. Doesn't really make much sense that they don't already. It's been like so long. So going down the next street, This is one of the biggest houses. So I just added some more chairs and tables. So there's one here, two-person one here, two-person one here. Added some kind of nightstand-like tables next to the beds. Then just added white carpet to match the white beds. So this is the weaponsmith building. So I kept this mostly the same. So just added a table here on the inside. Then just added some actual weapons to the chest. So this is the armorer building. So what I did here is I just added an armor stand with some armor on it. So it's got iron, helmet, chest plate and boots, and then chainmail leggings. So I think it'd be cool maybe if they could spawn with some random pieces of armor on it. And kind of a last minute addition, but I think I'd like to expand the brick on the fireplace here. So before it just had a couple pieces, but I decided to make this entire thing out of brick. Right, I think it looks pretty nice, and it's the only building in the entire Plains Village that uses normal bricks. So I think that looks nice to kind of accentuate it here. Next is the butcher. So what I did in the inside here, added another kind of fake chimney on top of the smoker. And I expanded the table here. I think this table is probably where they would cut and gut up the animals. So here they'd need a clean place to cut up the animals, so I made this kind of into a table with the smooth stone bricks. And out here, just put a bunch of animals that the butcher can sell you or request. So chickens, pigs, rabbits, and a cow there. And last building, this is the second butcher. I definitely don't like this one as much. There's like really pretty cramped. There's not really enough room for a big table. And then there's not really a reason to have the smoker on the second floor. So like thinking realistically, the butcher would just have to like carry animal carcasses up a flight of stairs before they were able to cook them. So I definitely just keep the first design of the butcher building here instead of that one. And yeah, that's actually every building. So there's not quite as many changes as the desert village. So most of my work was just kind of terraforming. I added a lot of the dirt path blocks. But as far as the design of the Plains Village goes, all the buildings are designed pretty well. Like most of them I made kind of just minor changes to, just to accentuate what was already there, like the white and yellow color scheme. I just added it on a flag, then just added carpet to all the homes to just match the color bed. But the beds were already in the color theme, so I didn't even need to change that. Maybe it was because the Plains Village was the first one that was ever developed. But I just really like the design of it. The torches look nice with the stripped wood. It just got a really nice color palette overall with like the cobblestone, oak logs, and the white and yellow beds and wool. Then sometimes they use these stripped oak as kind of an accent. Some of the buildings use the white terracotta as an accent. And it's just really cohesive overall. So I really like how the Plains Village buildings look. And I didn't really have much changes for them. I mean, they even use the white and yellow color scheme on the stained glass on the temples. So it just feels really cohesive. But I'm definitely excited to see if the next villages feel as cohesive and have as good of a color scheme and block palette as the Plains Village. I'm going to do the Savannah Village next, so I'm excited to see if that holds up against the Plains Village. So if you'd like to see that, stay tuned for my next video, and hope you enjoyed the fully upgraded Plains Village in Minecraft. Thanks for watching. Peace.